Prince Harry blasts Megxit action on regulating misinformation online. I lost my mother to this self-manufactured rabidness, and obviously, I'm determined not to lose the mother to my children to the same thing, Prince Harry said about the dangers of the media. Prince Harry is speaking out against misinformation in the media the same day his wife, Meghan, said tabloids should come with a warning label like cigarettes. Harry took part in virtual summit in New York City, joining the Internet Lie Machine panel discussion, alongside Renee DeResta of the Stanford Internet Observatory and Rishad Robinson of Color of Change. Misinformation is a global humanitarian crisis, said Harry, who also addressed the term Megxit, which went viral after Meghan and Harry announced their decision to step back as senior working royals in January 2020. The term Megxit is a misogynistic term that was created by a troll, amplified by world correspondents. And it grew and grew and grew onto mainstream media. But it began with a troll, he said. In his remarks, Harry briefly spoke about his history with the media and misinformation. I felt it personally over the years, and I'm now watching it happen globally, affecting everyone. Not just America, literally everyone around the world, he said. I learned from a very early age that the incentives of publishing are not necessarily aligned with the incentives of the truth. The father of two noted, I know the story all too well. I lost my mother to this self-manufactured rabidness. And obviously I'm determined not to lose the mother to my children to the same thing. He alluded to his series The Me You Can't See, which addressed mental health, as well as previous statements he has made excoriating the media for their treatment of Meghan. He told, the scale of misinformation now is terrifying. No one's safe from it, no one is protected from it. You can't hide from it, and we continue to see lives ruined, families destroyed in one single household. Recently, Harry and his wife Meghan, who have been appearing at events and calling out misinformation surrounding the vaccine in their fight for global access to vaccine doses. In March, it was announced that Harry teamed up with the non-profit Aspen Institute for a 6-month study exploring of misinformation in the US, and to reach his goal of working on a solution-oriented approach to the information disorder crisis. Later in the panel discussion, Harry cited an independent report that found more than 70% of the hate speech about my wife on Twitter can be traced to fewer than 50 accounts. He implicated tabloid journalists in amplifying the hate and the lies, saying they regurgitate these lies as truth. This isn't just a social media problem. It's a media problem, he said. I've grown up learning that news should be sacred ground. You don't have to be Logan Roy or Rupert Murdoch to understand that clickbait is the descendant of targeted advertising. But he also struck a hopeful note, affirming, real journalists have the power and the will to tackle racism, misogyny, lies, all of it from within their own systems. People now more than ever want and need truth, said Harry. They want and need trust, and they want and need transparency. We're here to support them in any way possible. During their joint interview with Oprah Winfrey, the couple spoke about the personal attacks on them by the tabloid media. Meghan, who was pregnant with their daughter Lilibet Diana during the interview taping, said she wasn't allowed to deny or dispute the stories. Everyone in my world was given very clear directive. From the moment the world knew Harry and I were dating, to always say, no comment, she said at the time. That's my friends, my mom and dad. And Harry described the UK tabloids as bigoted, claiming they had been responsible for inciting so much racism against Meghan during her time in his home country. Prior to the Oprah interview, Harry released an unprecedented statement in October 2019, accusing the UK tabloids of producing lie after lie about Meghan in a ruthless attempt to vilify her, later implying that this had led him to compare Meghan's situation to that of his late mother, Princess Diana. My deepest fear is history repeating itself, Harry stated at the time. I've seen what happens when someone I love is commoditized to the point that they are no longer treated or seen as a real person. I lost my mother and now I watch my wife falling victim to the same powerful forces. Jack and I were emailing each other prior to the 6th of January. I warned him that his platform was allowing a coup to be staged. That email was sent the day before and then it happened and I haven't heard from him since, Harry said. The term Megxit was a misogynistic term, created by a troll, amplified by royal correspondents. And it grew on mainstream media, he said, referring to the phrase. That became a shorthand for his and Meghan's exit from royal life last year. When a lie spreads on social media, it's dangerous. But when that same lie is given credibility by journalists or publishers, it's unethical and, as far as I'm concerned, an abuse of power. If the media is supposed to be holding us to account, who is holding them to account? As the panel drew to a close, Prince Harry called on journalists, publishers, and advertisers to fight against misinformation from within their own industries. This isn't about telling people to stop using the platforms. I think that would be impossible given how addictive they are. I strongly believe that collectively as human beings, we have the ability to make change within the systems in which we operate. People now, more than ever, want and need truth. They want and need trust, and they want and need transparency. Thank you for watching. If you like our video, would you please help us like, share and subscribe our channel. Wish you happy to see our videos. Thank you very much.